I bet you didn't know that by the time you hit 70, you could have already lost up to half of your bone density. Yeah, 50%. Gone. And the scary part? You won't even feel it happening. It doesn't come with a warning sign, no alarms, no flashing lights. You just start noticing little things. You move slower. You sit down a little more carefully. You hesitate before stepping off the curb. And one day, a simple fall could mean a broken hip, or worse. Not because you're weak, not because you're doing anything wrong, but because your bones have been quietly getting thinner, more fragile, year after year. It's one of those silent threats that affects millions of older adults, and most of the time, it goes completely unnoticed. Until it's too late. And here's the real shocker, this bone loss. It's not just about age. Nope. One of the biggest culprits behind fragile bones is what's missing from your plate. Most folks think it's all about popping a calcium pill or drinking more milk. But there's something much more powerful, and it's sitting right in the seafood aisle. What if I told you there are people, right now, in their 70s, 80s, even 90s, who are rebuilding their bone strength? Not with painful exercises. Not with expensive injections or risky medications. But with food. Real food. Delicious food. All they did was add a few special types of fish to their weekly meals, and suddenly, their bones stopped weakening, and started getting stronger. Imagine that, feeling more confident when you walk, less afraid of falling, actually standing taller because your body has the support it needs from the inside out. And the craziest part? Most doctors never even mention it. Not because they don't care, but because they're often stuck repeating outdated advice. More than 90% of seniors have never been told this. Instead, they're handed calcium tablets or vitamin D supplements and sent on their way. But recent research from Harvard and the National Institutes of Health is uncovering something older generations knew all along. Fish isn't just heart healthy, it's bone saving. Omega-3s. High-quality protein. Rare minerals like selenium and phosphorus, all packed into certain fish that can help your bones rebuild, protect your joints, and keep you moving freely. But no one talks about it. Until now. So let's dive right into it. Here are 5 powerful fish that older adults like you should be eating regularly, not just for your heart, but to build stronger bones, support your joints, and help you stay active, mobile, and independent. And number 1 on the list is a favorite for good reason. Number 1, salmon. Now I know you've heard of salmon, but what you probably haven't heard is why it matters so much for your bones. This isn't just a tasty fish, it's a bone-building powerhouse. Salmon is loaded with omega-3 fatty acids, which don't just help your heart. They calm inflammation, which is one of the biggest hidden enemies of your bone tissue. It also brings you a solid dose of vitamin D, and that's a game changer. Why? Because without enough vitamin D, your body can't absorb calcium properly, no matter how much milk you drink or how many supplements you take. A major study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that older adults who eat salmon twice a week actually had significantly higher bone mineral density than those who didn't. So if you're worried about bone loss, or you just want to stay stronger as you age, salmon should be a regular guest at your dinner table. And here's a simple way to enjoy it. Bake it with a squeeze of fresh lemon, a sprinkle of herbs, maybe a little garlic. Pair it with steamed spinach or kale, something leafy and green. That's a calcium-rich combo right there. And let's clear up a common myth while we're here. A lot of people think only dairy builds bones. Not true. What really matters is how your body absorbs and uses calcium, and that's where omega-3s and vitamin D come in. That's what salmon gives you. Naturally. Number 2, sardines, especially with the bones in. Now I know what you might be thinking. Sardines? Really? Yes, really. These little fish may not look like much, but they're absolute giants when it comes to bone nutrition. You see, sardines, especially the kind with the bones still inside, are one of the rarest natural sources of both calcium and phosphorus. And those two minerals, they're like the bricks and mortar of your bones. Calcium builds structure. Phosphorus helps bind it all together. But here's what makes sardines extra special. The bones inside are soft, fully edible, and packed with bioavailable calcium. That means your body can absorb it quickly and effectively. In fact, believe it or not, a single serving of sardines can have more calcium than a full glass of milk. No bloating, no lactose, no sugar. Just pure, bone-strengthening goodness. Now don't worry, you don't have to eat them straight from the can if that's not your style. Try this. Buy canned sardines in olive oil or water, mash them lightly, and mix into a salad, or spread on whole grain toast with a little mustard or avocado. Quick, easy, nutritious. And here's the truth. Most people overlook sardines because of their size, or because they're not fancy enough. But what they don't realize is, these tiny fish have fed generations of long-living people across the world. They're one of the best-kept secrets in senior nutrition. Number 3, mackerel. Now let's talk about a fish that doesn't get nearly the spotlight it deserves, mackerel. This one's for those of you who want real nourishment without fuss, without trends, and without needing a dictionary to understand what's on your plate. Mackerel is rich in selenium, which helps your body fight oxidative stress. That's just a fancy way of saying it protects your bone cells from damage. And it's packed with vitamin B12, which supports healthy bone metabolism, keeping the entire bone-building process running smoothly behind the scenes. Here's the thing, your bones don't just sit there. They're alive. Constantly breaking down and rebuilding. And B12? That's like the fuel that keeps the workers going strong. Without it, that process slows down, and your bones pay the price. But here's the catch, a lot of folks steer clear of mackerel because they say it's too fishy. And sure, it can have a strong flavor. But there's a simple fix. Soak it in a little lemon juice before cooking. That neutralizes the strong smell, preserves the nutrients, and brings out a surprisingly mild, rich taste. Try it grilled or smoked, once a week is all it takes. Pair it with some roasted root vegetables, maybe carrots, sweet potatoes, or turnips. It's hearty, satisfying, and every bite is a step toward stronger bones. And remember, you don't have to love every bite. But if your bones could talk, they'd be begging you for mackerel. Number 4, rainbow trout. Now if you're someone who's turned off by strong fishy flavors altogether, rainbow trout might be your new best friend. It's a freshwater fish, which means the taste is lighter, cleaner, and honestly, a lot more pleasant for folks with sensitive taste buds. But don't let its gentle flavor fool you. Rainbow trout is loaded with vitamin D and high-quality protein, two things your bones can't function without. Vitamin D, as we talked about earlier, helps your body absorb and use calcium efficiently. And protein? That's the scaffolding, the structure that helps your body repair, restore, and maintain strong, resilient bone tissue. Here's what I love about rainbow trout, it's incredibly easy to cook. Just pan-sear it with a little garlic and herbs, maybe a touch of olive oil. You've got yourself a restaurant-worthy meal in under 10 minutes. And here's something else to keep in mind, unlike bigger, saltwater fish, rainbow trout is low in mercury. So you can enjoy it without worry, week after week. If salmon feels too rich, and mackerel's not your thing, give this one a try. It's gentle on the palate, friendly on the bones, and one of the most underrated choices for anyone looking to stay strong well into their golden years. Number 5, anchovies. And finally, let's talk about one of the smallest but mightiest fish on the list, anchovies. Now I already know, some of you might be wrinkling your nose right now. Anchovies? Aren't those the little things they sneak onto pizzas? Yes, but let me tell you something. Those tiny, oily fish are a nutritional goldmine. Anchovies are packed with omega-3s and calcium, just like sardines, but they're even more concentrated because of their size and oil content. That means a little goes a long way. You don't need to eat a whole plate of them. Just a few fillets can give you a serious nutrient boost. The best part? You don't have to eat them plain. Chop them up. I don't think so. These little fish may be tiny, but when it comes to protecting your bones, they pack a punch. So let's take a moment to recap what we've just uncovered. If you truly want to protect your bones, stay steady on your feet, and feel strong and sure in your own body. The kind of strong where you can lift your grandkids, climb the stairs without thinking twice, or bend down to pick something up without a second thought. It starts with something simple. The food you choose to put on your plate. You don't need to overhaul your entire diet. You don't need a cabinet full of pills. Just add 1 or 2 of these powerful, bone-building fish into your weekly routine. Let's go over them again. Salmon, rich in omega-3s and vitamin D, it's like bone armor in fish form. Sardines, with edible bones full of natural calcium and phosphorus. Mackerel, bringing selenium and vitamin B12 to feed your bone cells. Rainbow trout, light in flavor, but heavy in vitamin D and low in mercury. And anchovies, the tiny warriors loaded with nutrients that support strength from the inside out. Each of these is more than just a meal, it's a form of medicine, a form of movement, and a step toward longevity. Remember this. Don't underestimate the power of your plate. Because the truth is, your body is always listening. Every bite you take is either building you up, or slowly breaking you down. And the best part? It's never too late to start. Whether you're 60, 70, 80, or beyond, your body still responds to the care you give it. So this week, make one small change. Pick just one of these fish. Give it a try. And watch how your body begins to thank you, not overnight, but over time, with more energy, better balance, and bones that can carry you with confidence. Because you deserve to feel strong. You deserve to feel supported. And you deserve to age on your own terms. Now, before you go, let me ask you something. Have you tried any of these fishes before? Was it salmon? Sardines? Maybe something you hadn't even considered, like anchovies? Which one surprised you the most today? Was there one you're now curious to try, even if you never thought you would? Go ahead and tell us in the comments. Share your story. Even if it's just a little memory, a recipe you love, or a habit you've started. Because here's the truth. There's someone out there, maybe another senior just like you, who's feeling uncertain, or overwhelmed, or stuck in old routines. And your words might be exactly what they need to read to believe change is still possible. Sometimes, the smallest comment can spark the biggest transformation for someone else. And if you found something helpful here today, if something clicked, even just a little, don't keep it to yourself. Like this video to let us know you're with us. Subscribe to stay connected. And make sure you tap the bell so you don't miss a single tip, because every week, right here on Thriving Age Tip, we're sharing practical, proven strategies to help you stay strong, stay independent, and feel alive in every season of life. You are not too old. You are not too late. And your best days, they're still ahead of you. Keep going. Keep growing. And as always, stay thriving.